Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 2 here, just chilling out at Cyan Beach, having a good time recovering from the 3 weeks of events we had, just chilling out this week and enjoying that sweet bonus XP that we're going to get from Good Sleep Day at the start of this week. We are going to grab a little bit, and we're going to get 14,070 sneaky snacking, so we're doing pretty good. A nice little start. Of course, Walrein putting in the bulk of that work makes sense. We're also going to get 25 diamonds for going to bed on time. Very good. We do like that. This, I believe, puts us at Ultra 1. No, Great 5. I thought I was at Great 5 already. Nope. We're at Great 5 now. So that is good. And also, today is the main day of the Good Sleep Day. So today's the time that you want to use the Growth Incense if you got them. With it being so early in the week, Luck Incense probably not the best one to use this time around. But for sure, Growth Incense, get that times 6 XP. And then also if you got any sleep XP bonus Pokemon that you can put on the team, and that will also get multiplied by that Growth Incense as well, as you just saw with the Walrein and the XP breakdown I just got. Instead of 1.12, I got 2.24, so, or 2.28, I forget the exact number, but something like that. It also gets multiplied because of Good Sleep Day, so if you got sleep XP bonus, put that on the team as well, if you can spare a spot for it. But make sure that you really take advantage of this big XP growth that we got today. And let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's grab our 700 sleep points. That's going to put us at a grand total of 3,123. And then for our daily lottery, we can hopefully pick up something nice. Something real nice would be very good. 50 more diamonds. All right, there we go. That is something very nice. I do love me some diamonds. All right. And then let's get breakfast out of the way and we can jump into this sleep report and hopefully have a good time. Double trigger there from Gardevoir is very good. Speaking of double triggers, I have been kind of disappointed with Vaporeon so far. Only one skill trigger the entire day yesterday, so not a good start. I did check, it's supposed to get 4 on average at level 13, so a real bad day. A real bad day, but probably just bad RNG. Let's see if we can start today off with a double trigger. There we go. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Now, hopefully that's a good sign for the rest of the day. Hopefully. We are only at 91 ingredients. We may have to skip a couple of meals here and there just to get that ingredient stockpile back up and running. But double trigger there from Jolteon. I actually got a trigger from Jolteon before Vaporeon yesterday. So double trigger there is very good. Ooh. My brain actually did not think about the fact that we could get double triggers from Jolteon on top of double triggers from Raikou. So this overstacking team that I'm working on is gonna be so good. So good. I'm really looking forward to when we actually get to use that. That's gonna be fantastic. Okay. Another double trigger maybe? Nice. We're off to a great start today. Double triggers from everybody so far. Walrein, unfortunately, cannot double trigger because he is not a skill specialist, but I was hoping for at least a skill trigger there to get a little bit more ingredients, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. Again, Walrein's on the team for that sleep XP bonus and not helping bonus. He does not, does he? No, I don't think so. Sleep XP bonus is why Walrein's on the team, just to give a little bit more to everybody else. Anyway, let's go ahead and make some breakfast. Let's see what we can make. I don't even remember what I made for dinner last night. We got a decent chance of extra tasty, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, soft potato chowder. That's actually what I made for dinner last night. That's what it was. But yeah, doesn't really matter on the extra tasty odds. Like I said, we're not really worried about pushing ranks other than just trying to get to 8 spawns, but it is what it is. We'll just throw in a little bit of everything here and there. It doesn't really matter. We're just trying to get a little bit of everything. And then really take advantage of this XP from Good Sleep Day right now. There we go, extra tasty. That will help a bit. That's gonna put us at 33,239 for this soft potato chowder, which is gonna get us 2 or 3 levels. Maybe 4? No, only 3 levels. All right, level 23, very nice, very nice. That much closer to max level for all the dishes. That's gonna be such a grind whenever we get around to doing that. But it is what it is. That will put us at Ultra 2. Wow, we got a little further than I thought we were. I didn't think we'd get to Ultra 2. All right, not bad. Cannot complain about that. not at all. That, I think, gives us at least 7 spawns moving forward, so not too bad there. Another trigger from you? Nope, that's unfortunate. All right, anyway, breakfast out of the way. Let's dive into this sleep report and let's see what we got going on. See if we can catch one of the Pokemon that we're here looking for. As a reminder, Diglett, Quaxly, both are good. Those are kind of what we're looking for. Is we need to get a Leek Farmer. 9.5 hours of sleep may be what we need. Slumbering is actually what we need because that is where we see Quaxly. I forget where the ground type spawns on what sleep type, but I know Quaxly is on Slumbering, so maybe, just maybe we'll see a Diglett too. I kind of hope we don't. I want to say Diglett is on Dozing, but I may be wrong. 13.9 million. That's pretty good. So let's see what we got. Hopefully something good. There is, ooh, Igglybuff, Bonsly. That's not a great start. Not great. But let's see. Maybe there is something else. A Mime Jr., a Quaxwell. I mean, Quaxwell's not the worst. So 2 Bonsly and a Sudowoodo. All right. I don't know why those. Cleffa, an Igglybuff, a Mime Jr., and a Quaxwell. Out of everything here, Quaxwell's probably the only one I'm really gonna try to catch. I mean, not Igglybuff. Cleffa would be... No, wait, yeah, Igglybuff. Igglybuff would be the one I'd try to catch for that potential Wiggly healer, just for the beach. But no one's hungry, and that is unfortunate. I mean, honestly, we may not catch anything today. No. Let's catch the Igglybuff. Let's catch this, and we'll see. It could be perfect, and if it is, we can work on it and get it ready to take Gardevoir's place only on the beach. Keep in mind that I am not trying to replace Gardevoir all the time, just only here on the beach, just for those extra strength gains from the favored berries. And even then, it's probably not the best idea, but you know, I just want to get the favored berries whenever I can, because extra strength is extra strength, and it all adds up. All right, so we caught the Cleffa. I keep saying Cleffa. I keep mixing them up. The Igglybuff. We caught the Igglybuff. We're going to send out some Quaxly candy, because that's probably the most helpful from here out of this group. So we're going to send that out. And yeah, we're going to move on. And we're going to see if this is gonna be the one we're looking for. Only about 2,100 dream shards. Not a lot, but it's back to a regular Tuesday. The events are over. We don't get the extra, so it is what it is. We got to be happy with what we got, and we got 2,100, which, like I just said, it all adds up. Anyway, Igglybuff, are you gonna be my friend? Level 15 and quiet. Well, that's berry finding, which could be good, but probably not what I'm looking for. With honey, oil, honey. Not the worst, but again, skill specialist doesn't really matter. So berry finding up front, yeah. Inventory up L is actually really good to have on this one, particularly because of that berry finding. So having a huge inventory will help to kind of offset that. Skill trigger M. Hey, I might actually be happy with this one as a backup. Ooh, inventory up S is not great though. Research XP bonus, it's a decent capstone ability. Not too bad. Ooh, quiet is ingredient finding up and XP gains down. I suddenly don't think I like this one. If this had main skill up nature, I think I would go for it. Yeah. I mean, I get why berry finding is such a bad thing there. It does not help at all for collecting skill triggers, but it's not the worst thing. 3.7 versus 2.9. That's not terrible. Really, if it just had a main skill chance up, even if it was sassy with main skill chance up and XP gains down, I would think it's worth it. But without the extra main skill chance from the nature, I don't think this is the one we're looking for. We could definitely find better. Yeah, level 75. Let's let that finish up real fast, and we'll see just how far it falls behind. 4.2 versus 3.1. It's not great. If it was 3.6, that'd probably be fine. But that's a big gap. And then let's see. Where is there you are. Let's just run this. Let's see how it does as a Wigglytuff with no investment from seeds. Ooh, it gets worse? Oh, how did that happen? That's surprising. That's very surprising. It jumped up super high. Oh, probably because once you evolve it, you get some free inventory spots. So, maybe it doesn't need inventory up L as much as Igglybuff does. So that could be why. Level 50 is the big one. 5.7 versus 4.2. Yeah, that's pretty rough. I want this to be pretty close to 5. Pretty close to 5 would be very nice. Yeah, I don't think this is the one we're looking for. We can definitely find better. It's unfortunate. I really would like this to work with berry finding on there because, again, the whole reason for wanting this instead of Gardevoir is to have for the favored berries. So if we got inventory up L and berry finding together, that would really make it a solid candidate and make me feel better about replacing Gardevoir at the beach. But the rest of it just isn't working for what we need. And the nature actively fights against the berry finding side of it as a benefit. So, yeah, as much as it pains me to do so, I really wanted this one to work with berry finding and inventory up L and skill trigger M. The first 3 sub skills, top tier, fantastic. I really wanted this to work, but it's just unfortunately not going to. I will let it continue to run for anybody that may be curious, but I'm pretty sure I'm sending this one to the professor. It's not what we're looking for, and we can find better. So we're gonna move on and grab another 469 sneaky snacking. The event is over. The New Year's event, we have 4 left, so no worries there. Can't do anything with it. Skill trigger here? Nope. How much do we get, though? That I was curious yesterday. 144. That's not bad. That's not bad. 144. We were getting 380 with Blastoise. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good for only being level 13. Can't really complain about that. So yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I like it. Anyway, let me go ahead and click on this just to get that out of the way. I'm tired of that little red symbol. Surely I'm not the only one that gets irritated by that little red symbol just showing up for no reason. But that weird rant aside, I know that we have some new news to talk about. I've seen it all night, and I got a little spoiled as to the nature of the news. I'm purposefully not looking at the screen yet because I don't know what it is. I know the nature of the news, but I don't know exactly what the details are. So let's see. Oh, it's just maintenance. I got bamboozled. Somebody told me that it was a new Pokemon coming, but no, apparently it's just maintenance. So all of that was for nothing. I wish we could get those again. That was a really nice gift. Anyway, let's check out the maintenance. Let's see what we've got. All right, to update to the app's new version, maintenance will be conducted in the following time period. Starts on January 15th at 10:30 p.m. That's my local time. Go ahead and check the time to see when it's going to happen for you. 10:30 p.m. until 3 a.m., which is tomorrow. That's really quick. I feel like they usually give us 2 or 3 days heads up, but just the one. All right, well, points to be updated. Preparation for new events. For details, please see the event announcements posted at a later date. And see, this is what I was talking about yesterday when I said I feel like there's big things coming. It's about a year since we got the first of the last set of legendaries, so I feel like it's about time for another set of legendaries, and I think that's what they're getting ready for. At least I hope they are. I don't want to go too long in between sets of legendaries, but I feel like a year in between is a pretty good time frame. Preparations to add new Pokemon. There we go. So it is new Pokemon. We just don't know which ones. That's cool. Please wait for more details. Sure, probably, hopefully going to be the legendaries I was just talking about. The addition of a new relaxing sound, Jigglypuff's song. Balance adjustments. Adjustments to certain helper Pokemon's helping stats. Eradicate. The frequency is going to be shortened slightly, so it'll make it even better on Snowdrop. Nice. Kangaskhan, frequency shortened slightly, and carry limit increased, so that may help with my ginger problem that I was having the other day. Heracross, frequency shortened slightly, so that's pretty good. Heracross, a pretty decent ingredient gatherer. Not the best, but pretty good. This might help it out a bit. And then Wobbuffet, main skill chance increased slightly, definitely needs it. And then carry limit increased to, make more room for skill triggers, also good. And then Slacking. Slacking's frequency shortened slightly and carry limit increased. Ooh, I know there's a few of you out there that are going to be happy about that one. I still haven't got my Slacking ready yet. I have a decent candidate for it. I just haven't got around to it. So maybe we'll do that pretty soon. But not bad. I like these balance changes. Again, they always seem to be buffs to Pokemon that need them. To bring them up to the power of some of the stronger Pokemon. So I like that. That's good. I feel like that's a better way to balance the game, is to try to bring up all the ones that are falling behind, bring them up to the level of the ones that are really running away with the show, so to speak. All right. For game contents, we got the addition of a new Pokemon search parameter. You can now search by specialty when searching for Pokemon in your box. That's good. That's helpful for somebody. And then the capacity limit for the bag's item pocket unlocked. Ooh, max capacity for items is going to go up to 1,000. I think mine is still only like 360 or something like that. So got a long way to go before I even have to worry about that. And then some text adjusted or unified as always, and other small bug fixes and adjustments. Fixes. Wow. What a misspeak. Go me. Good job, brain. All right. Anyway, not bad. Interesting stuff coming. Again, that is tomorrow, so make sure to double check for your local time so that you can plan around it if you need to make a meal around it or whatever the case may be. So be aware of that. And then let's jump in. Let's see what we got for community reports. We're going to get about 41 of them. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yet again, 17 that doubled up. Very good. Very good. All right. Pretty good odds. Pretty good odds. A little bit more than a third. I like it. Hopefully they will give us more friends in one of these maintenance updates soon. I really want 100 friend slots. We need it. We need it desperately. But, they haven't given it to us yet. Anyway, let's check and see what we've got from everybody else. Not much. Not much. Just 1 berry each. Not too bad. And then mission-wise, we should have a couple of them done, I think. Oh, no, just the one. That's right. It's Ultra 4, not Ultra 2. I always mix them up. I always think Great 4, Ultra 2. Yeah. No, we got to Great 2 with 1,700 Dream Shards as our reward. The rest is looking pretty decent, and we are going to get that mission done for candies. I just need to figure out who I want the candies on. However, I do want to swap out for today. Because today is the big bonus on our Pokemon, I want to go ahead and swap in Blastoise. Try to get some more milk and cocoa to fill in the ingredient bag, and then also to get the XP, that ×6 on Blastoise. I know we're trying to hopefully not get him to level 60 just yet, but we do also want a Squirtle that is going to be ABB. So that's another reason why we're on the beach. It's just not as pressing as the leaks. And then who else do we want to level up? Who takes priority right now? Who is the priority? Honestly, probably getting some XP on Kangaskhan as our Ginger Gatherer would be good, but you know who almost always takes priority for these events? It's gonna be legendaries and pseudo legendaries. So Dedenne, do you really benefit from leveling right now? Like, are you really going to benefit from 60? No, you're not. So for now and for tonight, Dene is going to be off the team. Dene is going to be off the team, and we're going to throw on our Dragonite. And Gardevoir, I don't think actually benefits from getting to level 60 either. I mean, we get more corn, but that's it. So I'm going to leave Gardevoir on the team for today, just to try to keep the energy on these guys up. But tonight before I go to bed, as long as everybody's at a good spot. If Gardevoir has a decent amount of energy, then I will swap Gardevoir out for one of these Tyranitar or Pupitar, Larvitar. I just need to figure out which one. I really don't know which one. Almost certainly not going to be this Pupitar. This was just the first one I caught, and it was decent, and that was before I really understood how to properly play the game. And I saw, oh, it's 92. That's really good. And then it's like, yeah, but ABC is not great. So probably almost certainly going to be one of these two. Ginger and Sausage is not the best, but it's okay. And then Ginger with double soybeans. I'm honestly thinking I might get rid of this guy. Again, I just kept him because it was 94. But that ingredient spread is not great. I think this ingredient spread we can work with. We can get double Ginger all the way up to level 59, and then at level 60 get Sausage. You know what? Let's go ahead. This was the Vaporeon I was looking at earlier. Only 4, which by the way, 55 PR on that Wigglytuff, so not great. But yeah, 4 per day on average is what we're supposed to get from Vaporeon, and that did not happen. Anyway, let's check out this this Larvitar and see just how good it is going to be as a Tyranitar. It is this one. All right, so right now, 21 Ginger a day, but as a Tyranitar, 50 just at level 13. But if we get it to level... Where do we want to go? Level 50 for sure. Let's just get to 50. 102 Ginger per day, which is very, very good. That's more than we probably would ever need. And then at level 60, 65 Ginger per day, which is still really good. I think that's still more than we would need in a day. I can't think of any meals off the top of my head that use more than 20 Ginger in a day. But there may be one. Let's see. Let's go sort these out real quick. I don't think there is, though. 12, 20, 20, 11, 10, 10, 12, 11, 5, 6. Yeah. Nothing that requires more than 20 Ginger per day. So as long as we get above 60 per day, we should be pretty good. So this is probably going to be the one I work on. And you know, if we can do something a little cheeky and get very lucky. I mean, we're probably not going to get very lucky, but if we do, then we've got 74 a day, and we don't have to worry about it. So I think this Tyranitar in the long run could be very beneficial for both Ginger and Sausage. So this is going to be the one that I swap in for Gardevoir later tonight. So that's going to be the plan. We're making sure that we raise our Pokemon in a strategic way, trying to anyway, and hopefully get some good stuff along the way. Kangaskhan was just a temporary solution to a problem that is more long-term, and even though Kangaskhan is getting a buff, Tyranitar is going to outperform in the long run, and honestly, I really do like the mix of Ginger and Sausage on Tyranitar, because then it can cover 2 ingredients pretty well. Not as well as Skeledirge covers apples, for example, but it can cover them both pretty well. And honestly, if we can get lucky with that subskill seed, 85 Ginger or Sausage in a day and 74 Ginger in a day is going to be more than we would ever need of either of them. So can't really complain about that too much. Plus, we got a long way to go before we get to level 60 at just real fast. Let me drop it to 59. At level 59, it's going to be bringing in 118 Sausage a day with Ingredient Finder M. So yeah, I think it's going to be fine. I think that's going to be the right way to go. And finding a good pseudo legendary is already difficult as it is. So having one that's pretty good is pretty good in my book. But that is where I am going to wrap things up for today, with a little bit of Sausage as a maybe a good sign for that Tyranitar. So maybe that's the game trying to tell me, yeah, do that. But anyway, we're going to wrap things up for there today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, Waite, Husky Star, and JP. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join or subscribe plus button right below this video. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, fill up your friends list, and hang out with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night. Make sure to use your incense tonight. And until next time, later, dudes.